Hi, Mickey. Are you experiencing any vertigo?
I guess I am feeling a little dizzy.
Oh, wow! Did you see that?
Not you. I'm gonna kill you.
So, as it is with a lot of things, I see a lot of discourse online about Hollywood doesn't make original movies anymore. Nothing's original anymore. I'm tired of superhero movies and sequels and remakes and reboots and blah 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 blah. I want original movies. And then when an original movie comes out, no one goes to see it. Well, here is an original movie that is thoroughly good, and you need to go see it right now after this video. There are just some actors, despite them being great performers, that no matter what role they play, you just see the actor. Tom Cruise, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ben Affleck, Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, right? These are some actors that are just really great, but no matter what, we just see them, right? We see them for who they are because they're just that prolific of an actor, that recognizable of a face and name. Robert Pattinson seemed like he was going down that path for a little bit, where no matter what role he played, we would just see Robert Pattinson. And in this movie, he's trying to prove to us that he is not that. Now, yes, I understand. Actors acting opposite themselves is nothing new and groundbreaking. Eddie Murphy was doing it all the time in the 90s, right? Adam Sandler tried it. And then, of course, there's the greatest performance an actor has done against themselves, Lindsay Lohan in The Parent Trap. But Robert Pattinson here, the reason it is so significant is because you don't see Robert Pattinson in this performance. You see Mickey. What's Mickey 17 even about? Well, Mickey 17 is directed by Bong Joon-ho, who directed the Oscar-winning Parasite, stars Robert Pattinson, and is based on a novel titled Mickey 7, which came out in 2022. And the premise of the story is Mickey Barnes and his friend are having pretty rough times on Earth and decide we're going to get away from these rough times on Earth by going and doing jobs in space, because these problems can't find us in space, right? Mickey Barnes, however, applies for a job that he didn't read the description on. The description of the job being that he would do certain death missions, actually not even certain death, he will die on these missions, only to be reprinted again, only to die more and more over and over. And what's so interesting, as I mentioned with Robert Pattinson's performance, is each time he comes back to life from these missions, he is slightly different in personality every time. And even though he's playing the same character, they're all slightly different, and you can actually see the differences in each of their personalities. The personality changing over time just from the wear and tear of going through these traumas, right? And this is where the plot of the movie, the thick of the plot of the movie comes in, where on one of these missions, the titular Mickey 17 survives, and when he gets back, this is in the trailer, finds that they've already reprinted him as Mickey 18, and they're both alive. And in this world, that's a big no-no. This is where Robert Pattinson's performance actually really comes into full swing and is super impressive, because the two could not be any more different in personality at all. And Robert Pattinson really convinces you that these are two extremely different versions of the same person. Mickey 17 is sort of this nebbish little guy, you know, he's died so much that whenever something unfortunate is happening to him, he's just like, oh, well, it's happening to me, I guess. And Mickey 18 is more of this hothead tough guy, right? The movie's topics are very heavy. There's, political themes. There's themes about the human reliance on technology, the cloning, and things like that, right? There's a lot of really heavy themes, and this movie utilizes dark humor to kind of make levity of those things, but they're very heavy themes, and this movie weaves them all together so well. I wanted to live in this movie forever. It's definitely not a really pleasant world per se, but the movie just had this charm to it that I wanted to just keep consuming. A lot of this movie is very bleak visually, but not in an ugly way. It's a very beautiful movie. Now, I was not familiar with Bong Joon-ho until Parasite. However, what I have taken from his direction from both this movie and Parasite, even though they're both drastically different films, I have noticed that his direction helps even the most oppressive feeling of environments feel very inviting. Everything he shoots has sort of a claustrophobic feel to it, even if, say, the family in Parasite is in a big mansion. It feels claustrophobic and bleak, but still inviting and grounded. And he somehow has translated that here to a movie that takes place in space. I didn't realize this until after I left the movie, but there is not a shred of bright sunlight in this entire movie up until the very end. And I'm talking like the last shots, like the last 5 minutes. And when I thought about it, it's actually done visually on purpose. And when you see the movie, you'll understand, but story-wise, it felt earned. It's kind of genius. It gives a purpose to like this stark contrast in mood. A lot of times in a dystopian future movie like this, a lot of the surrounding characters outside of the main cast will feel very cold and stoic, because maybe they're androids or maybe they're people that were made to feel catatonic in some way because of just the times that they live in. But no, there's a lot of surrounding characters that feel very real. For example, there's moments in this movie where you have people that have very important jobs, and even though they have a very important task, they're like sitting there looking at their phone or something. It's got a lot of really relatable and grounded moments like that, and it really adds to the charm of this movie. Now, am I talking about this movie because it's one of those once in a lifetime experiences that you need to see in theaters before it's gone? It's gonna change your life? No, not at all. But is it really, really good? Dare I say, even great? Absolutely. And I thoroughly loved it. And I think that if you're someone that's out there complaining about remake after remake and sequel after sequel, you need to actually go out and support this movie. This is the movie where you need to put your money where your mouth is. That's how good it is. This movie deserves its support, and it deserves to be seen. So I implore you, please don't go see Snow White so you can come out of it to complain about it. Go to Mickey 17 so you can come out of the theater happy and actually have seen a good movie that you'll enjoy. But that's enough out of me. What did you think of Mickey 17 if you already saw it? Or if you haven't seen it, what do you think? Do you think you'll go see it at all? Do those trailers make you want to see it? Do you like Robert Pattinson? I certainly do. I think he's actually a better actor than people give him credit for. But let's talk everything Robert Pattinson, Mickey 17, Bong Joon-ho down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.